Hi Virgos, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a 6-month singles love prediction. Today I'm going to ask your spirit guides what is coming over the next 6 months. What is the loving energy around you? I do have some charms. I do have some initials, so we'll be using those. But let's see what the loving energy is coming your way. Let's see what spirit's intentions are for you. Take with you what connects to you, of course. Leave the rest for everybody else. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's been newly guided here. Let's call in our spirit guides. Spirit, I ask that you guide me now. What are the loving messages that you have for us? What is it that you need us to know? I am listening for you now. I have the divine feminine. I love it. I love how she's holding the bird in her hand, like the 9 of Pentacles, where I'm in complete control of my destiny. I can control anything that my heart desires is how I feel. So this divine feminine within all of us that not only loves other people, but takes that time and energy to love themselves. So that is really, really important. We're always reminded of that. I have a yin and a yang energy. That feather is jumping out at me as well. Keep your eyes open. It looks like I'm not sure what kind of feather it is, but it was just, it was almost like a pigeon feather, to tell you the truth. So it could be just an everyday bird, nothing special, but I just, happened to come across these feathers. They just keep coming into my life somehow. So maybe it's a symbol, a sign for spirit, but somebody that can balance you. You definitely are connected in a very spiritual way, Spirit just said. And I have maturity. Okay. I want somebody that's mature. I want somebody that's emotionally mature. It doesn't have to do with their age. I want somebody who knows what they're doing, knows what they want, can face life on life's terms. There's almost this feeling of I'm tired of, the immaturity and the games and the, just people who don't know what they want out of life. And then they start something and then they decide they want something else. So I want somebody who is mature enough to enter into a real relationship. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see what we have. I have a 8 of Pentacles. I have a 3 of Cups. I have a 10 of Pentacles. And I have an 8 of Swords. So the Pentacles are coming into me pretty strongly. Somebody who is very focused on their work. Okay, it could be somebody who has a tremendous career. They're saying you could be very focused on your work as well. You could both be very career driven, and you both have goals, ambitions. You're both very good at what you do. You both could be making decent money coming in. So, combined incomes would probably be a pretty secure lifestyle is how I feel, like our 2 incomes combined. But somebody who they're using the word diligent. So they don't miss a beat. They're not late for work. They show up. They're very good at what they do. They could be a leader. They could be management. They could own their own business. But it is a feeling of it's a very important part of their life. I think it's important to a lot of people, but some people's careers are their main focus. It really is their main focus, because they're a very demanding career, or they have chosen to rise to a certain level in their career that just requires a tremendous amount of responsibility. So I do feel like that's going on around this energy. I have a 3 of Cups and I have the 8 of Swords, and how I felt was, I'm going to say the in-between world, that I want to one day just tell everybody that I'm happy. I want to let everybody know that I want everybody to be happy for me. I just want that kind of joyfulness to come into my life. And I keep asking myself, am I holding myself back? I think a lot of us ask ourselves that. Am I holding myself back? Is it me? Is it me preventing somebody new coming in? And I'm going to say no. I'm going to say, unless you're completely blocking your energy, even then, I feel like energy is always moving. I feel like you can't shut it off. So it could be that you just need to open up your mind a little bit more, that you need to be a little bit more open to maybe the person spirit has for you isn't the person that you have been kind of looking for. And it could be something totally different. And it could be the best thing, like spirit's going to choose for you something that you would never have chosen. And it's the best thing that ever happened to you. So it could be something along those lines. So maybe we just need to change our mindset about the type of person coming into our energy, because you may be pleasantly surprised it was not your type, like this is not the type I normally date. I have a Knight of Cups, so I do have a romantic energy coming forward. So that celebration is on its way. After a heartache for many of you, it could be, I've got to get over somebody. I just have to get somebody out of my system once and for all. I have to get on my head that nothing is holding me back, that I can choose again. They just said, okay, yeah, I can choose. There's my Two of Swords. So it really is up to you, is how I feel. I feel like this Knight is in the universe, is in motion, is the energy is charging. So I do feel like it's just up to you to say, I'm ready. I'm ready to receive this. Arms wide open. Here it comes. Queen of Cups. Are you ready? Gorgeous. So this Knight of Cups and Queen of Cups, it came into me as I'm falling for you. So the person who comes into your life that isn't afraid, they're saying, to share their feelings, isn't afraid to express that, hey, is it too soon for me to tell you that I have a thing for you? Is it too soon for me to tell you that I'm falling for you? I don't think so. I feel like we both feel the same way. I'm going to say mutual feelings, which is always nice to confirm. And then this feeling of I'm falling for you. So, and I also like that they're not afraid to tell you, that there's kind of this no holding back energy. Spirit, please share with me. I have a hideaway. Make time to be with your person. Create your own special hideaway. Spirit's confirming that we're not in hiding, that we don't have to hide. We're out in public, that there's nothing to be ashamed of. There's nobody that we're not behind anybody's back. So there's no third party or anything. We're creating sanctuary spaces for ourselves that we can get to know each other. I always refer to it as that kind of bubble in the beginning where we just want to be in our little bubble and get to know each other. So whether it's your home or their home, or we meet somewhere consistently and spend some time, but we need that private time in the beginning. We need that time to get to know each other and just be alone, really. I mean, and then we'll have plenty of time for family and friends. We'll have plenty of time to do lots of social things together. But in the beginning, I feel like we need that intimate connection, conversations, and just hanging out and intimacy. So that hideaway feels very like a sanctuary to me. I have trust. Guard your heart. Not everyone deserves your trust. I'm going to say this person you can trust. I feel that, somebody who's really kind of diligent, they said, in their work, is probably somebody who's pretty trustworthy. Okay. They're not ripping somebody off. They're not, taking days off because they can milk the system. I mean, no, they're showing up for work. They're doing a good job. I would say that they're saying, trust this person with your heart. Wow. Okay. So I feel like that's a big step for you. Sometimes that's exactly what we're afraid of, but they're saying trust with your heart. So I'm going to go with that. That means that you can allow yourself to fall in love with this person. You can give it your all, not be afraid. Nice. I have individuality. Be wary of possessive partners. Maintain your individuality. I did get a sense that you're both very strong individuals. I did get a sense that the dreams and goals that you have are equally as important to theirs. And there's no sense of your time is more important than my time. So I do feel like you're able to stand up in that space. I do feel like there's that yin and a yang. We balance each other. So I guess we're both understanding about our own priorities or boundaries. But you as an individual, you already know yourself, Spirit just said, and you're not going to change for somebody else. You're going to just be yourself. And that's really important to you. So within this connection, you can continue that. That feels good. I have gifts. Love's greatest gift is the ability to truly understand one another. So a couple things are coming into me. It looks like a bridal shower, to tell you the truth. So is this your future spouse? And then the other thing that came into me was just life's gifts, you know, that we both appreciate. You know, if your parents are still alive, you know, I'm so grateful my parents are still healthy. I'm grateful my children are healthy. I'm grateful for my work. I'm grateful for my health, you know, so I do feel like you both are living in the league, I guess, or in the ascension of gratitude. And I feel like you both know that you have a lot to be grateful for, let alone that you just met somebody who is your equal, let alone that you just met somebody that you really want to go with. Falling fast. I'm falling for you. They're confirming that. I don't feel like this person's going to hold back. If it's not in your life yet, use this reading to manifest the love that you are worthy of. If this person has come into your life, this could be a confirmation for you today. I'm falling fast. Love happens quickly, but don't lose yourself in the process. So even though I'm falling fast for you, it was a sense of I can trust you with my heart. And sometimes when we fall fast for somebody, we panic. We're like, well, what if I give you my heart and I get hurt? What if you change your mind? They shared with us in the beginning, this person had a tremendous sense of maturity, that they know what they're getting into. They are willing to do the work, or they know what they're signing up for. Okay. They know that they're going into a relationship, eyes wide open, and I know what my expectations are. So I do feel like this person is somebody that you can believe in. That's how they're sharing it. And it's somebody that I do want to it was almost a feeling of, I want to walk hand in hand with you for like the rest of my life. So I just felt like, you know, can we walk hand in hand? That was a beautiful feeling of take my hand, walking hand in hand, but just kind of this journey, starting this journey. Spirit, some feelings. What is it that you have for feelings at this point? Our connection runs soul deep. Have you met your soulmate? Is this your soulmate? So you could be asking yourself, is this my soulmate? I always feel like you know in your heart. If this is somebody that it was very easy for you to trust, it was very easy for you to fall in love with, and you're very comfortable with this person, I would say more than likely it's a soulmate connection. The people who we struggle with, it's almost like your body is kind of, you know, not sure, you're feeling red flags, you don't know where you stand. Those types of energies, I always feel like, I don't think it can possibly be a soulmate, because a soulmate energy just feels like it's just a union, and then it's so easy for me. So if this is coming together very easily, I would say it is a soulmate connection. The look you give me melts me all over. I love the way you look into my eyes. I love I just love the way that you look at me. Sometimes just the way somebody looks at you, you know they're in love with you. You know they're falling in love with you. I'm ready to level up our relationship. I want to take this to the next level. Take my hand. Let's walk hand in hand. Let's start this journey. So those feelings that I had a moment ago, I'm so happy the hard part is over. The finding you. The hard part was finding you. And now that I found you, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, or I'm falling in love with you very quickly. So it is. That's the hardest part. The hardest part is finding your person, having something in common, it kind of clicking right in the beginning. You both being on the same page with what you want. So that is the hardest part. My intuition tells me to take things slow. Now, sometimes taking things slow isn't about pushing someone away. It's about, I don't want to screw it up. I don't want to go so fast that I kind of miss all the good stuff, or I didn't go through the right stages, and really get to know you. But unfortunately, we don't have every relationship's going to go at its own pace. So I feel like there is this more fast. I'm falling fast for this connection. And so it is a little bit faster of a pace. But maybe their intuition saying I should slow things down, but they really don't want to. That could be really what's going on. With you, I want to experience the good, the bad, and the unpredictable, that I'm willing to accept anything that comes our way. I know that life is life and things are going to happen within a relationship. So I'm not afraid of that necessarily. And I'm willing to do it with you. So that feels amazing. Let's get some initials. Some of you may be able to confirm a first initial, last initial, or a full name if you can. So I have this beautiful new bowl of dice letters. Very exciting. And I'm going to get a handful. And don't worry if you don't see your person. Okay, it's just a handful of clues for us. And let's do this. Okay, so we got lots of letters. Let me just put them out for you. H, A, K, J, V, P, I, X, Z, Z, B, Y, S, C, E, and O. Okay, so maybe those connect to you guys. Let me know, comment below. That would be exciting. And like I said, anybody else, if you're manifesting with me today, they could be somebody that is coming into your energy. Spirit, please share with me, what is it that you want us to know in this connection? What is it that you need us to hear? I have slow and steady, not in a rush. Now, I'm going to say that we're not in a rush for any kind of finish line. We're not in a rush for where we need to end up. I don't feel like there's any kind of timeline around this connection. In fact, I feel the opposite. We have all the time in the world. We could have many, many years together. And that could be the exciting part, that we are just both really excited about all the things ahead of us. So I guess maybe once we fall in love with each other, maybe it does slow down and gets into more of a comfortable, relaxed relationship, so that we just say, you know what, we're neither one of us are going anywhere, is how I feel. I have surprised. Okay, I'm shocked, amazed. Little bit of you came in out of nowhere. Maybe I'm surprised that you feel the same way. Maybe I'm surprised that I met somebody that I'm actually really attracted to, and I like what they have to say. That could be important, but I'm surprised to hear from you. It could be this. It was almost like there was a delay. I met you. Maybe we didn't start anything, but I had met you and I was kind of curious about you. And then maybe there's a delay to this person actually reaching out and saying, are you still available? Do you want to get together? But maybe there was some kind of delay, because it does feel a little bit like, oh, I was hoping I would hear from you again, something like that. I have awkward, unnatural, trying to please. I don't think either one of you are awkward. I think you're both very confident. Maybe in the beginning, awkwardness as far as intimacy. I haven't been with anybody for a while. I'm feeling a little insecure about my body. I mean, something maybe for some of you, but I felt very confident. I feel like you're both very, very pulled together, in your life. But it is also a little intimidating to first be with somebody intimately. So it could be just that. I have glowing up, makeover, the new you. I love this. So maybe you have come out of something. Maybe you have made some changes in your life. You're looking good. You've lost weight. You've been working out. You are new hair or something. You just look good, and it, Spirit said. So that's when you're attracting this person. That feels really good. Let's get some charms. Let's see what they have for you for charms. And let's just read these intuitively for you and see what is jumping out at me today. So I have a big, gorgeous heart bowl. And I'm going to go over here, see what we have. Okay. Let's see. These are stuck together. Hold on. It's a Leo energy. It's a Leo energy and a heart stuck together. So is there a Leo out there? Whoa, they really are stuck together. Okay, I'm just going to put them down together. They are like intertwined. I don't know how to get those away from each other. So somebody's heart, somebody's falling in love with a Leo. How about that? Somebody's falling in love with a Leo. Okay. I have two hearts with a crown. I'm going to just put these together. That I think you're both kings, in a sense that there's no sense, you're both royalty. Okay. There's no sense of somebody's better than the other, or even to a point where you may have the same, I don't know, how would you evaluate it? You guys might be in the same income range. Okay. You may be in the same education level. You may have the same level of career. You both have big careers, something like that. But you're both kings, and I feel like you're both very established in other areas of your life. And this is the missing piece of the puzzle. So that's okay. I have a sewing machine. And lately I've been reading sewing machines like that as kind of sewing the pieces together and the fabric of your life, Spirit's saying. So it's almost as if I'm making a quilt out of kind of all my memories. Sometimes when you lose somebody, people will take their T-shirts and make it into a blanket or something like that. But I feel like I'm stitching together all the memories of my life. I feel like I'm stitching together and weaving together this person into that new quilt. Things that we're doing together. So it's the weaving or the stitching together of two lives. And I feel like that takes time. You get two separate lives with, all kinds of things going on. And it takes a little while to have those relationships become, we kind of know everything about each other. And we are sharing the same life, so that's how I'm seeing sewing machines lately. So that feels good. I have a globe. I'm just going to say, like the World card, that it's a new cycle and definitely a new beginning for both of us. I think we're both ready for the new beginning. I think we both have had space and time between other relationships. So I feel like we're both ready. Spirit's saying there's nothing holding us back. So you guys are both probably really open to a relationship. That feels good. I have a Christmas tree celebrating being together over the holidays. That would be nice. I have a key. You definitely are capturing their heart. I have a tree of life within a heart. So that is putting down roots to me. That is the key to my heart, but putting down roots and even a sense of family, like growing a family together. So that feels nice. I have a train, but it's coming into me like a train collection. And it doesn't necessarily have to be your person, but it could be somebody connected to them. It could be a family member that has like Lionel trains, and they have like a big, display in the basement. They've been saving their Lionel trains in the boxes their whole life, so it could be something to do with the trains. The only other thing I can think of is somebody who commutes on a train or a subway daily, like a train as part of their day-to-day life, something like that. I do have a dragonfly. I will say look for the dragonflies. Look for a dragonfly tattoo. Look for I just start seeing, and not even necessarily a live dragonfly, that you could be seeing them as objects. You could be seeing it as artwork. But for some reason, you just keep seeing dragonflies everywhere. So that could just be a sign coming into you around this person. I do have a unicorn. So I'd like to think this is magical. It feels magical. I also feel a little bit of of course, a fairy tale energy, but if I'm a divine feminine energy, which is how we started this reading, it was almost a feeling of a little girl again. It was almost a feeling of my inner child, just feeling like it's magical, and this is like I'm in a fantasy land. And so my inner child could be very, very happy right now around this connection. They could be dancing and singing and just, playful and just super excited about, their new friend that they get to play with every day. So it could be something like that. I have a beautiful set of lips, and I'm going to say I can't wait to kiss you. I'm going to say when I started to fall for you fast, I think that I probably kissed you fairly soon, even on the first date. So I feel that it was from the moment I saw you, I couldn't wait to kiss those lips. So maybe somebody has beautiful lips, beautiful smile, or they just wanted to kiss you. So that feels really nice. So those are your charms for today. They feel nice. And my Leo's charm is stuck together some with that heart. So that something's going on with my Leo. Okay. Let's see what else they're saying. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you need me to know? I have a Page of Swords. I have an Ace. Ace of Wands. I have a King of Cups. Yeah, this person is not going to be shy. They are not going to be afraid to tell you they love you. They are not going to be afraid to tell you, I am falling for you. I have the Seven of Cups. Little bit of a hopes and dreams there for me with the Seven of Cups, that, these are the types of things that I've always wanted in my life. And maybe I have some of them, but maybe I don't. I don't have what I've been looking for. And I'm always kind of searching for that next cup. So it felt like a little bit of these are my hopes and dreams, and I hope someday. But I think the person coming into your energy is very self-assured, very self-confident. knows what they want. I have a Fool. It's a new beginning. It is definitely somebody that in a Wheel of Fortune, thank you, Spirit. It's a new beginning. It's fate, destiny. It's lining up for you. You know, the stars are aligning. It has a lot to do with both of you being ready. It really does. It was an overall energy of you're both in a good place. You're both, I guess, ready and available emotionally. And I think that that's half the battle, you know, starting with they're letting you know that they're bringing somebody who has emotional maturity into a connection. So that's important. Spirit, please share with me some loving feelings. I feel safe and at peace waking up in your arms. Absolutely. There's always this sense of it's easy or it's peaceful when that soulmate arrives. It doesn't seem like it's hard work to be with the person you're supposed to be with. Our love is expansive, eternal, and never ending. For those of you that would love to have a family, you'd like to expand this love and have children together. Thank you for your grace and your tolerance. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for, I guess, you know, tolerating my quirks, you know, if I have some quirks. Your kisses nourish me and keeps my love burning. So I do love to kiss you. I can't wait to kiss your lips. And one more. From day one, I knew I'd commit to you. I think this is a soulmate coming into your life. I really do. We'll take it. Let's see when. Spirit, please share with me when. Timeline. Sooner than expected. Comes in fast like a rocket. Okay, good. I have at the holidays. They did give us that Christmas tree. They told us that we could be together for the holidays. So within the next 6 months, that's kind of the reading is prediction within the next 6 months. They're saying within a few weeks. So we could meet our person and this swan could find their soulmate. Swans are definitely soulmates. And I have the next full moon. So the little dog is jumping out at me also. So we could have somebody who has a very loyal companion. They're saying their best friend is their dog. So this could be somebody who has a dog that they're just very, very attached to, and the dog goes everywhere with them. So we'll keep an eye open for somebody who loves pets as well. How beautiful. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you are new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, claim it, own it, it's yours, comment below. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, check out my website at KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com. Also, take a look at my other 2 channels, my Pick a Card channel and my Twin Flame and Soulmate channel for some additional readings and different types of readings. So I hope you enjoyed your reading today. I did, and I'll see you all again in another Love Messages real soon.